Okay, yeah.
Okay, so hello, welcome everybody to this training today about the part 2 actually from the Ultimate Social Media Mastery, how to achieve financial freedom in network marketing with Utopian Global Part 2 Engage. That's what we're going to talk about. This is a 4-series presentation, 4-series webinar or Zoom, however you want to call it, class. And in the first phase, we talked about attract, how to attract. In the second phase, now we're going to talk about engagement. And then, of course, in the 2 further lessons, we're going to talk about connect and, of course, close. One of the most important lessons which really you need to understand when it comes to social media mastery, when it comes to really building your business through social media, it is, if it's not simple, you're probably not going to do it. And if it's not simple, we always have said in network marketing, it doesn't duplicate. So you got to keep it simple. It has to be very, very simple. So reduces to the most simplest activity you can ever do. And that is what we're going to talk about here, of course, in this presentation. Because one thing is clear, and that is duplication in network marketing comes from having a large group of people doing consistently a few small action steps over a long period of time. And I forgot my WhatsApp to turn off. So you see, let me just check that on here. So otherwise I'm going to get all those WhatsApps. So let me share my screen again. You see, but you know, why stop the video? It doesn't matter. So we keep continuing. I'm anyway going to repeat this session tonight again. So again, if it's not simple, really get that in your head. Then it's not going to duplicate. Of course, if we want to really build a huge team, a huge group of people, and we want to have them just doing a very simple few action steps over a long period of time. This is where, of course, the money is going to come from. So if you're struggling, of course, right now with engagements on your post, you put stuff out there on your walls, you maybe put a picture, maybe you travel, maybe you do an inspirational quote, whatever you do, but you don't have really engagement, and then of course we're going to show why this is and what you can do for that. So if you're struggling, you know, then of course right now you're going to go and you need to create that momentum, you need to create that traffic. So if you start out fresh and you know you basically haven't really done much on social media other than maybe using it to scroll through feed, to look at stuff, but you haven't really, you know, anybody who's following you in that sense, anybody who's really engaging with you, then again you go, and this is the hot tip, where the traffic is. This is where you go. All right. The traffic is in Facebook groups. So we're going to learn how to do that. If I would start all over again, if Claudia would have no Facebook profile, if Claudia would have no social media footprint, that's me, myself, if I would be absolutely not knowing, nobody knows me, it wouldn't matter. I could build a multi-million-dollar business again anytime. Why? Because I understand that I can go where the traffic is, and with a very simple action steps. So when I hear all those excuses from people that they cannot build online, I'm sorry, that is not really the case. You just don't know how. But can you do it? Absolutely, you can learn it. Now, as I said in the last session, obviously, online you go through way more people, that is true, than it is belly to belly. When you have a belly to belly connection with somebody, it's just a different vibe. But to have it as an excuse to not be able to build online, That's actually totally false. In fact, we just know since COVID started, most of the reliable network marketing opportunities, they experience a huge growth and momentum. Why is that? Obviously, because jobs are being taken away. Lots of people have been on furlough, so they don't even know if those jobs are coming back. And so they are looking for other opportunities. They are looking online because they are stuck online. I mean, there's countries still right now, they're still on lockdown. Or half of South America, they still cannot go out. They can go out maybe twice a week for 1 hour. So what do, right? So it's an absolutely total 100% excuse if you are not building right now. So let's go Facebook groups. And here's a pro tip for you. Find something that you're already passionate about it. It's always about you being authentic. Find something you are passionate about it, because the ideal target for network marketing, of course, is obviously generally alternative thinkers, but you got to connect with your audience, which you are passionate about it. Now, if you're passionate about building schools in Africa, if you're passionate about children, if you're passionate about sports, if you're passionate about dogs, cats, gardening, whatsoever, absolutely, you can go in those groups, Google those groups. If you're passionate about food, I mean, there's so many food groups, whatever this is, you can of course search these groups online and of course go into these groups. Now, ideally, and this is why I said this, the ideal target is alternative thinkers and people who are interested already in personal development, people who actually already actively searching for progress in their life. You see, I hear often the comment of people saying, oh, they just don't want to do anything. Oh, they're just lazy. Oh, they're just negative to network marketing. Oh, they're just negative to an opportunity. Well, because you're going out to the wrong kind of people. That's it. That's you're going to the wrong kind. You want to track those people along, and they're just straight away not the right people to look at. When I started my business of course here with Utopian Global, well, as you know from my story, I was introduced obviously by Bill to Bob Proctor. And what I did is, I had no following, I had no friends because I was so much working. I literally had no friends because when you don't look after your friends, when you have no time to spend or hang out with them, well, how can you have friends, right? They eventually leave you and say, well, you never have time for me. And so this was sort of my life before I really dived into what of course this friendship building and this really amazing building of networks. And so what I did is I just, as I was introduced to Bob Proctor, I was like an absorber, like a SpongeBob of personal development. I was like, I would look at everything and anything, and I would read, I would study, I would look, I would go to events, I would, try to catch everything I could in this personal development because so much I was diving into it. And this is where all my contact base came from. All my contact base came from personal development, people who are looking for more. All my success came from that. Because these were people, they were already open to receive and actively looking. And there's tons and tons, there's millions of people out there who are looking for that. And so this is my advice for you. You look for people who want to increase in their life and not a decrease in their life, and not people who are, fed up with stuff, but they're anyway not going to do nothing. So those people are not the ones you want to look for. So here's some Facebook group suggestions. Again, you go where the traffic is. The traffic is in Facebook groups. So do not join network marketing groups. I mean, gosh, how often do I hear that, like, and they join network marketing groups? No. What do you want in network marketing groups? There's people who are already in network marketing opportunities. All what they're going to do is they're going to pitch you their company. They're going to sidetrack you. So no, don't go into network marketing groups. You're not going to find people there. It's going to be a waste of your time. Go to personal development, personal growth, spirituality. You can go to fitness, you can go to yoga, because at least they're doing some physical activity as well. And you find often days are also connected, if you do fitness and yoga, to personal development, personal growth, and spirituality. Go to travel, go to adventure, go to, that's what I did, Tony Robbins, Bob Proctor, Joe Vitale, Les Brown, The Secret, Grant Cardone, Robert Kiyosaki. Gary Vee, I mean, Brendon Burchard, I mean, and so on, Lisa Nichols. I mean, just get the movie The Secret or the documentary and look at all the coaches on there. And I mean, you have all their groups available right to you. So, I mean, this is just amazing what kind of people you will find there. So live coaching groups, meditation groups, adventure sports groups, homeschooling groups, stay-at-home dads, stay-at-home moms. I mean, there is no limit of groups which are out there which you can join. Really, there's no limitation. So you can, go into dog, cat, horse group, whatever, gardening, baseball, NFL, football, tennis groups. Okay, some of these groups, they are not necessarily progressive moving forward in their life, like a dog and a cat or whatever. But, if someone loves a dog or cats, it doesn't necessarily, of course, mean that they are into business or business development. But hey, if this is your passion, if this is what you love, if this is what you thrive for, then, this is fine. You can make connections. And some of the people, once you build the connections, will be open to look, simply because you share one thing in common, and that is the love of dogs, the love of cats. I mean, I remember I was building in Las Vegas, and there's a lady, and we are friends. We're still very much friends, and so I have a good friend of mine. She's a coach, practitioner, a nurse as well. But she wrote like 3 or 4 books now. She's very much into personal development growth. So I stayed with her like a month or so at her place in Las Vegas, and she introduced me to Sharon. And Sharon loves cats. She works and she rescues cats. So I mean, she has, I don't know, so many cats all the time. So nice lady, absolutely passionate for that. But her dream is to eventually retire and have enough passive income coming in from network marketing so she can build a cat's rescue home. So, I mean, this is the point. The point I'm getting there is, if our opportunity could help them make enough money so that they can fulfill their dream, you may even find people into whatever your hobby and your passion is for. And of course, Sharon, she would always buy product and try to, of course, build the business. And sometimes she has more time, sometimes she has less time, but she's always doing stuff. Why? Because again, her passion is that cat rescue home to of course build. I mean, she has one now and she's building up on it. Now again, continue, of course, on building through Facebook group. The key lesson is when you join Facebook groups, you got to filter, you got to look at Facebook groups which actually have a high level of engagement. So you don't want to join a group which has 2 people in there. You don't want to join a group which, okay, so I don't know, maybe has 2,000 people, but there is 1 post a week. No, these are not the right groups. you want to look for groups which have a high level of engagement. So what I suggest you is today, right now after this training, start with a maximum about 10 groups that have engagement. Go to your Facebook, I'm going to show you how, and start with a maximum of 10 groups that have high engagement. And when you search for groups with a high level of engagement, of course, the key is there you look at groups where people are posting a lot. So if groups have, I don't know, 20 posts, 30 posts, 100 posts, 200 posts a day, I mean, these are ideal groups. I mean, there's some groups, they have a 1,000 posts a day. There's groups that have a 10,000 posts a day. I mean, these are just literally gold mines for you, absolutely are. So here are some suggestions for you. And you know, it's just pretty simple. You just type in whatever you want to type in. It's just endless. So here you have personal growth. You can even filter it more, but this is personal growth. And, you know, it is just a few people here, a few groups here who came up. So, I mean, you had 2 posts a day. Okay, so not so much. 350 posts a day. Wow, really great. Growth mindset, this one. Personal development for women. Absolutely 10 posts a day, not bad. And you see, you could just scroll down the list. There's endless of groups. Now, look at here, personal development. Different little name I put in there instead of personal growth, personal development. And plenty of groups to join. You see one official worldwide group, 20 posts a day. Okay, not so bad. 7 posts a day, well, you have to look at more. This group, 4 posts a day, 120 posts a day here. I mean, this is really great. Now you have here spirituality. So look at this. You have 205K members. I mean, totally gold mine, 510 posts a day. Wow, now imagine what you can do here in this group. The comments, the likes, the interactions this group has, a lot. So see here, spirituality and health. Actually, a friend of mine and other friends of mine, because this is what it shows here, are actually part of this group. 296K groups. I mean, really great. Here, look at this group here, Spiritual Waking Up. 93K members, 1.3K posts a day. Imagine what you can like, connect, and build people up. They are looking. They're wanting growth. They're wanting, you know, alternative life. They are not the norm. They are not the ordinary. See, I mean, it's just endless gold mines, folks, really, if you do that and you make that a habit. So let's go and look at our daily Facebook group activity plan. And a little reminder here, people do business with people, with those people that they know, like, and trust. So you, of course, have to build that relationship. And that doesn't mean that you have to build weeks and weeks of relationships. It could be done just in a simple few messages that you find something you have in common. So none of those strategy, of course, mean, of course, that you have to go hours and hours and hours through searching like some people do. No, you don't need to even spend 2 hours a day searching on that. You can do that as we teach in this ATM strategy, the ad tag message strategy, or the CAM strategy. You can do it in blocks of 15 minutes. That's why we talk about that power hour, 15 minutes. That's it, 15 minutes. You don't really need much more time. And I see people, they are wasting so much time. Don't. Remember, this time is never going to come back. You can achieve everything in a very short time. And the thing with that is, it's highly duplicatable. So people are busy with their lives already. I mean, lots of people, how many people are doing homeschooling? They have their kids running around. So how many people are still having a job or whatever they are doing? So, you know, it has to be done very efficiently. So, and when we talk about the power hour, the 15 minutes blocks, you can even split that as if you wish. Let's say you do 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes in the early afternoon, 50 minutes in the late afternoon, 15 minutes in the evening. However you wish to do that, you can literally build that this way. I mean, it's just amazing. So every single day, and this is again part of your daily habit, your daily Facebook group activity plan, every day, you can't skip a day, no, you have to do it every day. And this is really where it comes to really selects you from the people who are having success and the people who are not having success in, of course, what we do. So the people who are having success, well, they are having daily habits and they have having daily activity. The people who have no success, well, they're doing it sometime. Unfortunately, in my calendar, you know, I have Monday, I have a Tuesday, I have a Wednesday, I have a Thursday, I have a Friday, I have a Saturday, I have a Sunday, right? I just don't find that day of a Sunday. Doesn't exist in my vocabulary. So you see, this is of course the difference. So every single day you're posting into maybe 2 to 5 groups. And this is super quick. You can even copy your post. If you go into the group, you post, you go into another group, you post. So let's say you are in 3 different empowerment groups, okay? 3 different personal development groups, 2 yoga groups, whatever. All what you do is you have this one post, you can create this post, you can take those posts from the suggestions we give you and then just post it all throughout the groups. You can really post the same post in the different 3 groups or 4 groups or 5 groups, however you post, because there's different audiences, there's different people watching it, okay? So a pro tip in your daily activity plan is, ideally, you go into groups and you do a Facebook Live. I mean, if you can do that, wow. I mean, you can just, you know, your success curve is just gonna be so much shorter if you can do a live, because videos convert so much more than, of course, just basically posts convert. So if you can do a Facebook Live, and again, you think like, what am I going to talk about it? Well, there's so many things you can talk about it. If you have a dog or a cat, well, you talk about dogs and cats and what you find, you know, what you love so much about your cat or whatever. If you're into personal development, well, it's pretty simple. Take a book which you're just reading, and just reading out that this is something really profound in this book and you learned. And this is like, what do you think? What are your opinions? What are you guys thinking about? I mean, this is when, you know, you heard me so many times. That's what I said. My guy, this guy, young guy from Ghana who became the most successful sought after personal development, young motivational speaker in Germany did. He would just basically grab, let's say, Think and Grow Rich, and he did any book really there, and he would just go there, go live and said, wow, this is amazing what I just learned. And he does a live. I mean, that's it. You don't talk about Utopian Global. You don't talk about, you know, the business opportunity. You don't talk about it. You just talk about, you know, something which helped you grow. You talk about, wow, this is, so of course, if you in a travel group, you may say, look, I'm actually, you know, we all stuck with Corona, but I just, you know, got to experience my backyard, which I may always was traveling. This is actually my case. So my case is what I'm doing now all the time is, I mean, gosh, here I am, like I'm the world traveler and always have been traveling to so many places. Literally, I was never home. And now I'm discovering I'm actually living in the most beautiful part of Germany. I've never really looked into my backyard. And there's so many people. I mean, the whole Arab community is coming to my city. Why? Well, because you have all the natural spas. You have all those treatments, the doctors and so on. And you have, of course, this beautiful region. And then all the wine connoisseurs, they're coming here to experience the Riesling wine because this is where it comes from. Then you have all the tour boats, the Japanese, the Chinese, they're all coming here, click, 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 because we are living on the castle route in Germany. So I never have experienced that. And so you go into travel groups and you talk about it. Wow, I just was there. You can go in food groups. Wow, I just ate that. This is so amazing. Have you ever tried that? And you get engagement. And people are going to add you as a friend, and you're making connection, and you can throw eventually you, and hey, have you ever thought about that? So I mean, there's just so much. But in personal development groups, of course, you grab a book, maybe Gary Vee, I mean, whatever it is, whatever Bob Proctor, this, and you say, wow, I mean, I found this quote really, really great. I never really thought about it so much. So you just, whatever you do, you maybe even read out. It could be as simple as that. You grab a book, and even if it's on your phone, the book, and you read it out, and you say, wow, this is so powerful. What is folks, you will have people commenting on that. I tell you, I promise you, you will have people commenting on that. So your goal is to become a bigger influencer than the person who started the group. And even if it means that you will maybe be taken out of that group, because there's plenty of groups to go into it. So you got to become that authority, and people will comment, people will follow you, people will ask you for friendship requests, people will come to you. Now, it's important, don't spam or promote your opportunity, but give value. So don't really do that, don't spam, don't push your link in, just don't do it, please. Don't do it. And I know people are doing it, and I tell you, it's going to backfire you. Don't do it. So let's go further with our daily activity plan. In order to get engagement, you got to comment on other people's posts. You got to reply to comments on the post. You got to ask questions. You got to answer questions. You got to build relationship. You got to engage. The more people are going to see your post in the group if you're engaging in the comments on that post, of course, the better it is for Facebook algorithm, because Facebook algorithm is going to, and also Instagram and all the social medias, is constantly changing, and they tend to value higher, meaning show your content if, of course, you have a lot of engagement. Nobody engaging, they are not showing it. Your friends are not going to see it. A few, maybe a handful of friends are going to see it. Just the way it is. So do not expect, again, to have a lot of engagement if you are not willing to engage yourself. So stop now the mindlessly scrolling and be intentional with your time on social media. Because our goal here is for you, and really in this training, to help you stop wasting time on social media and start monetizing your time, make money. And this is why we talk about the CAM method, which I learned as well, and the ATM strategy. The CAM message is comment, add, message. ATM is add, tag, message. CAM is comment, add, message. Right? So comment on someone's post, add them as a friend, start a conversation, pique their interest 5 to 10 times a day. Simple. Find people who are interested in the products or services, interested in the opportunity that you present, and you can do that once you have commented, you have started engagement, you start the conversation, and you pique their interest. Now, if you never comment, like, share whatsoever, you're not building relationships, you see? So let's go further. All what I'm basically here saying is, when I mean comment, hey, I love your post in whatever group. Where are you from? You know, I'm from, let's say, Ohio. Awesome, I've never been to Ohio. What is it like there? pretty simple. You could engage with somebody when you tag them, you know. So you were in the group, you liked whatever the message they put on, you put their friendship request, and you put, hey, I love your post in this group. And you will see if they come back or not. And you can put in where you're from. I come from Ohio. Well, or if he starts in the engaging, well, what's it like there? How is it? Wow, I've never been there. This is amazing. Just a few times back and forward, awesome. And then maybe you can pop in the question, listen, I've got a business that is actually expanding in the US, let's say if you're in the US, and literally around the world. I mean, this is an example. You can tailor that however you wish that. But this is very simple. Now, I'd love to expand into Ohio. Now, if you're open to additional income streams or income or business idea, you know, let me know. And I shoot you a quick video. If not a big deal. I thought I ask. So you could very simply throw this question in after a little bit back and forward. You could even throw in, you know how, lots of people are struggling right now. Well, I'm expanding actually my business in your area. So, I mean, there's lots of ways how you can do that. And yeah, you will get a lot of no's, absolutely. But that is just part of it. So you can do that activity 5, 10, 20 times a day, especially using Facebook groups and of course also using Instagram and other social media channels. You can be piquing their interest 10, 20 times a day or more. A lot of people, yes, as I said, gonna say no. Sure, a lot of people are gonna reject you, and the thing is, you gotta learn that you're gonna be okay with that. You gotta learn to be okay with that. I always say, how often does a child say to their mom or to their dad, Mommy, I want that. Daddy, I want it. I really want that now. I want this. And how often does mom says, no, dad says, no, you cannot have that. No. I mean, how often does the kid stop asking? No. So we got to become that kid. We got to, that the reaction, the no, it doesn't matter. It may be a not no now. It may be a not no forever. It doesn't really matter. There's 8 billion people on planet Earth. I mean, there is just so many people. So the biggest challenge for you, or the biggest things is willing, of course, when you start to totally screw it up, okay? To totally make a mistake, to totally be willing, be rejected, be willing to, make like crazy worst mistake ever, be willing to kicked out, being willing to be blocked, and because this is just going to happen. Again, we don't spam. No, we don't do that. But it's okay to be rejected. It is totally okay. You got to be understanding, you got to be willing to be kicked out. And the key advice is always follow the rules in the group. Again, don't spam here. Just copying, pasting, recruiting messages to everyone in the group, I tell you, will get kicked you out. Posting your links or find a way how to double my Bitcoin. Sorry, stop that. Stop that right now. I found a way how to grow my Bitcoin. Stop that right now. Stop it. Stop it. Finish. Don't do that. It's spamming. You're spamming people. So it's not gonna work. We want to build relationship. You're not selling. We show and tell. You're offering an opportunity to better their lives. Okay. So your job is to quickly build a relationship. Understand we are not going to spend weeks, or a week or two or whatever to do that, to build that relationship. You don't have that time. Okay. You don't. We don't. So we message back and forth a few times. And awesome, you seem like a sharp person, for example. Seem like a person with a ton of leadership. I'm always looking for sharp leaders. If you open a business idea, I shoot you a quick video. Very simple. You can do that when you see and have engaged in somebody's post and you see, wow, they're putting lots of stuff out there. Great. Reach out. Ask the question. So your job is to quickly build that relationship. again, we are not only sending recruiting message to people who have already said they're interested in business. If we are promoting, of course, a product like we are, which is an asset accumulation plan, or gold or silver, or a opportunity, or store, or the other products which are going to come out, well, and let's say we're in a wealth building group, and of course we offer that type, it's pretty simple. We can say, hey, I've got a product that allowed me and helped a lot of my people, a lot of people I know, increase their finances or build up their saving or earn them better money than the bank. Whatever it is you put there. If you're interested, I shoot you a quick video. Very simple. You can do that once once you have engaged with these people. Very simple. And this is actually getting them into the product. Pretty simple. And they can only say, no, yes, interested, send me some more information. Wow, that sounds awesome. Oh, that sounds curious. What is it all about? And then of course you always put in there, if not, no big deal. Just a thought I ask. So if you already say, if not, no big deal. Well, they know, well, it's okay, no big deal. So you're not bothered with it. And again, understand, we are only sending those recruiting messages to people who already said they're interested in the business. So the key is you have to be disciplined, and you have to do it over and over and over on a daily basis. Now, it's natural if you get into really building that in those 15 minutes building blocks, you make it a habit, you do it daily. You know, it's going to take you a while to find the rhythm. It's going to take you a while to get the engagement. That's clear. That's with everything. I mean, it's like, you know, riding rollerblades. I remember when this wasn't a rollerblade, this was the other thing. We were on this event, Sean may remember, in Birmingham, where this guy had this thing you put on and you put the balance. And I mean, gosh, I had to hold on to somebody, otherwise I would fall off. So it's normal. It's when you of course, first ride rollerblades, it's the same. You're going to fall off. You're not going to have the balance. And this is the same with finding your rhythm. Once you find your rhythm, and that's the beauty about it, you can have predictable, consistent results if you're willing to go through the numbers consistently. Now, we have said maybe, of course, not maybe, most likely, building on social media, you're going to go through many more people than if it would be belly to belly. But of course, it's also going to take you less time, because if you have to go to a meeting and you take the car, walk, public transport, whatever you take to meet that person, it's going to take you time. Then to present this person is going to take you time. Then to get back home is going to take you time. Yes, you go through way more people, but of course, you also achieve more in a condensed time than when you do them personally. So understand that Facebook algorithm is ever-changing. And this is, of course, key for you to work always around that Facebook algorithm. Your posts are going to show up the more people you engage with, so your friends, people who follow you and that follow you on Instagram and so forth, they're most likely to see your post if you engaged with their post. What does it mean? Start engaging with your friends' posts. If you wish them in your business, if they wish them to share it with other people, start engaging in their posts. And if they are engaged with your posts, because that's what they're going to do, if you have sent messages back and forward, that works for the algorithm in your of course favor, so that it shows to more content to more people. So another way really great, and this is also a habit you got to get into when you're now starting with this new strategy. Happy birthday message, but don't just send a message, happy birthday. No, give a voice call, a voice message. You have this thing on where you can just on your messenger just push the button and just send a message. every single day, check people's birthdays, send them a message, record a very quick audio, because it's a more personal way. People are more likely, let's say, to really notice when you send them an audio instead of sending just a typed message. So this is really, really key. So just pick up the phone and say, hey, John, it's Claudia. Happy birthday. Haven't caught up so long time. I hope you're all well. I hope you're all good. Let's connect. That's it. You can say, have a wonderful day. I really wish you all the best. All what you want, I wish for you. Love you, or whatever you want to say. Very, very quick. And it tell you it does work. Remember, your network is based on your net worth. Is based on your network. I like very much to read, or I read, of course, many, many books, but I very much like How to Win Friends and Influence People. Or of course, Swimming with the Sharks by Harvey Mackay, when he explains his Rolodex. He found a way, Harvey Mackay, in his book Swimming with the Sharks, how he stays connected with his huge Rolodex of people all the time. It's just so many ways. The key is to solidify the relationships and to strengthen the relationships with the people that you have. So more engagement strategy besides on the happy birthday here is, let's say, hey Anna, it's Susan. Hey girl, I haven't seen you in a long time. I just saw it's your birthday. Happy birthday, my friend. I hope you have an amazing day. And let me know what's going on in your life. I miss you. Very, very simple. Simple messages. You can do that 2, 3, 4, 5 times a day. It's easy to do. How long does it take you? 10 seconds, 15 seconds. It's easy to do. Another tip, of course, here is, let's say, before you go live or before you put a post up there, engage with or pre-engage with people, okay? Pre-engage with people. What do I mean by that? Well, before you go live, before you post, look in the groups or look at, of course, on your friends' walls and what they're posting. Comment on several people's posts before you actually post your content, because then they're going to more likely see it. So if people put things up there, like it, or say, oh, well, that's a good idea, or great stuff, well done, and so on, because it's going to get the algorithm work to your advantage. So I love this. Thanks for sharing, legend. Boom. So true, my friend. You are such a rock star. I agree. Genius. Love this post. Miss you, my friend. You're such an amazing friend. Whatever. So when you do that, and all those people's places, what they post, again, it's going to engage more, and the Facebook algorithm is going to show to more people what you're gonna about to do or post. So if your people, or if people are engaging, if people are commenting, they're liking and they're commenting on Facebook or whatever social media network you're on, the algorithm is going to say, oh, people like that post, let's show it a little bit more. And so they show it to more people. If people aren't liking it, engagement stops, and they show it literally to less people. And if engagement picks up again, they're gonna, because of comments, they're gonna show it to more people again. On Instagram, you may show up in the explore page. On Facebook, it's just showing to a bigger audience. On LinkedIn, it's going to work a little different, because all the social media networks are a little bit different, but it's actually fairly similar. So if your post is getting a lot of engagement, it's going to be seen by more people, as simple as that. So if you want to make the algorithm work to your advantage, think about how Facebook and Instagram and all the social media networks make money. Why did Mark Zuckerberg get so rich? Why could he buy all those companies off? Why? Well, because of what ad? Sponsored ad. People paying to have their ads seeing, right? So they make money through advertisement revenue. The more views, the more people that are coming to their network, the more eyeballs they have to look at their ads, and the more money Facebook, Instagram, all those social medias are made. And so here's a little trick, of course, that really makes wonders. And when you look at here how it works there, I mean, it's just really amazing, because let's say you post and you know, it shows it to 10% of your audience. They don't like or comment. It's going to automatically reduce your reach. You don't grow. They don't engage. And of course, when they start engaging again, it puts you on the explore rank and hashtags, and you grow again. So it's this rhythm, and this could be even done with very old posts of yours. As soon as they get more engagement, even if it's just one comment, as soon as it will pop out higher. But of course, as more comments, as better. As more people are not just liking it, but actually putting some words in there, as more words on the message, again, as more it's going to put up there. So commenting is really, really key, because it's going to show to more people. But let's say, and this is really a little pro tip here. Let's say, example here, someone is on their phone. Okay, and they see your comment or post, and you know, they comment on it. And now that someone, they close their Facebook, okay? They close it off, go to their work, do whatever. And you now comment on their comment, and they get a notification saying, oh, Susan liked your comment. Susan commented on that post you're following. So then what's happening is, the more likely they are actually to open it up. And if they have, of course, their tab turned on the Facebook notification, they most likely go back to that post, and Facebook and Instagram seizes instantly that they went back to the post they prior closed. They went off from Facebook, and automatically what's happening, they put it out to more people. They show it up to more people. And so again, a pro tip, love every comment. So when you post and people are commenting on your post, love every comment, reply to every comment. Don't just love it and like it and put the heart, reply to each comment. It puts you higher in the algorithm. If you want people to engage, you have to engage with the people you're getting, start conversations, getting back, ask questions. If someone is commenting or something on something, I mean, that you can ask a question about their comment, ask the question back, get them to comment or come back to you. It gets, again, the algorithm work for you. The biggest key to getting engagement on your post is asking for what you want. You get asked, you ask, you get. You don't ask, I'm sorry, folks. If you don't ask for the sale, if you don't ask for the close, if you don't ask, you don't get. Now imagine the young boy, well, not so young boy, but let's say the young teen, and you know, really would like to hang out with this girl, really would like to, you know, meet her for, I don't know, Red Bull. No, I hope not Red Bull, but I hope organic drink or whatsoever. Let's imagine the young boy never asked the girl and he really likes her. Well, what's going to happen? She's not going to find out. She's not going to ask him. Well, so you got to ask. If you want to get, you got to ask. So there's a saying, we have not because we ask not. You see, we have not because we ask not. And so let's ask for it. How do we do that? Well, do you agree? So you post a motivational quote, or you have an opinion on something, and you just ask, do you agree? So don't just post something, post, do you agree? What do you think about it? What's your guys' opinion? You ask. So do you agree? Do you disagree? You could also do that. What do you think? Drop me a true that if you agree. Who else has an opinion? So if you if you do that, of course, automatically the algorithm is going to work in your favor. So key point, of course, whenever you're posting social media, be thinking about how you can ask for engagement, how you can get people to engage on your post and start conversation. If content, of course, is king, then certainly is queen. Make sure engagement is a focus on your social media efforts. Again, it's very simple stuff. It's not difficult, it's not complicated. But it's things that we don't think about nearly enough. And so you have the strategies through this training now that are very simple to implement. It doesn't take you a long time. You have seen all the groups you can get in there. There is endless of thousands of groups. There's millions of people you can reach to who are in these groups, who are already open for personal growth, who are already open. We have an opportunity to better their life. The biggest key here is knowledge is useless until you put the knowledge at work or to work. So if you watch this session here or you watch the replay and you do nothing with it, well, it's useless information for you. Don't bother. You don't even need to listen to the end of the presentation, because don't bother with it. You're not anyway going to do anything with it. So this is it for me